Okay, I need you to imagine me, but... well, this is mildly inconvenient. So back in October of 2021, my appendix said, screw this guy, and tried to kamikaze me. And as it turns out, your appendix trying to burst is actually incredibly painful. It sucked. It sucked, and it hurt so bad to the point I wasn't able to walk across a room. My walking abilities were reduced to that of a 1-year-old. So now I just have to be carried everywhere. Man, this is great. You, fan me. You, feed me those grapes. No can do, man. You can't eat anything. Okay, so since, I was in constant pain, my mom was freaking out because, her kid was in constant pain. Like, oh my god, my kid is dying. Someone help. And honestly, by this point, me and the rest of my family kinda already assumed it was my appendix, so we were just gonna get me to the ER for surgery, obviously. But the next thing is, and yes, this is the thing that sucked the most about this entire ordeal for me. It sucked. It was the worst part of this. You can't eat anything, which I mean, okay, sure, fine. But you also can't drink anything for a while before undergoing a surgery. The reason why that is because if you have stuff in your digestive system, there's a chance you'd throw up while you're under anesthesia, and you drown in your own vomit. Yeah, that's not the way I wanna go exactly. I'd rather that didn't happen, like, at all. Not in my top 10 ways to die list. It's just not. And that sucked for me because, here's the thing. I've talked about this a bit, but, I have a cough, and my throat is irritated 96% of the time. So I just down waters day in and day out constantly to make my throat feel better. Because, I mean, what else am I gonna do? Take the allergy medicine? The very thing that helps prevent this from happening? No. What do I look like? Some kind of superhuman? No, I'm not capable of doing that. No. I hope to God I never have to take heart medication or something, because it would just turn out like this. Dude, you should try to take your heart medicine so you don't die. Yeah, I should. So anyways, we're at the hospital now, and I'm being wheeled into the emergency room, and look, I know I just joked about it, but, I honestly don't like being, not in control of where my body goes. Whether I'm in a wheelchair or not wouldn't make a single difference. I like knowing that I can walk and be in control of where I'm going. I don't know, maybe my brain's just thinking, hey, what if someone starts shooting and I gotta dodge the bullets like the Matrix? I got out of the wheelchair, but it didn't make a difference, man. I tried. Wow, man, you okay? You should go to a hospital. Do you want me to call you an ambulance? Sure. Good news! We're here! You made it to the hospital! You're gonna make it! So anyways, I'm in the emergency room now, and I have to wait 3 minutes, which was nice because I was prepared to be there for 6 hours. And by prepared for, I meant sleep until I get to go in and have my mom drag me in there. On a completely unrelated note, by the way, did you know that trying to sleep in a wheelchair is hard? Okay, moving on. So I'm in some room on a stretcher, and they're asking me questions or something, and they give me a dose of morphine, and I'm just sitting there waiting to start acting like a goofy cartoon character, and it just didn't happen. I just kind of felt normal. I just didn't feel pain. So, my expectations have not been exceeded. How dare you, hospital? I can't believe your drugs won't let me act like an idiot and finally have an excuse for it. How dare you? I'm insulted, hospital. I'm insulted. I feel personally attacked. We're the ones treating you! So anyways, I'm being pushed across the hospital on a stretcher, and I'm 96% sure my appendix is dying, and my mom is freaking out, and my reaction to this was, and I kid you not, to make references to movies and shows I like, and joke about them. A lot. No, it's not like a bit or anything, that's actually what I did. I referenced Better Call Saul in Star Wars. Why? I don't know, it just seemed funny. And when I was making references, some lady looked at me like I just threatened to bomb the hospital. She was shocked and appalled, and I don't understand why. And you guys would probably be all like, oh yeah, that's just some dumb 13-year-old making jokes and references while on a stretcher while his mom is freaking out like I just dropped dead. I don't know, it's just really funny to me. Every time I remember this, I just remember that lady's face because it was hilarious. It was so funny. So yeah, cut to me in another room, and I got like an ultrasound or something, and there's this lady, and she's being like really ominous about what's actually going on with me. And like, I don't know if that's like something hospital workers have to do, but she was really ominous about it. I don't understand why. So yeah, I'm just sitting there carrying on, making jokes and rambling, and eventually she just basically says, yeah, you got appendicitis, dude. You should seek some treatment for that. And so I'm being prepped for surgery, and it's all like a routine from there. But like, now I'm getting anesthesia, and my last thought when that mask went on was, what if I just tried to stay awake? Wouldn't it be dumb if I managed to not be affected by the anesthesia? Yeah, I passed out after that. It was great. So let's cut to the surgeon who performed the appendectomy. So yeah, it went great, it was a very successful surgery, blah 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 blah, nobody cares about that. Let's get back to me being an idiot! That's the stuff people care about. So I wake up like a couple hours after the surgery was done, and my first instinct after waking up was just to go back to sleep. I just slept for like an extra like 8 hours or like something like that, and nobody knew. So yeah, my mom reacted well to thinking her child didn't wake up after getting anesthesia. And look, I just want to say this. The people at the hospital were telling me, oh, yeah, when you wake up, hit the help button on, like, some random part of the hospital bed. And I did that, like, 27 times before going back to bed, and nobody came. Because as it turns out, they lied to me. They're liars. The thing on the bed that had the help button on it that they were telling me to press, it just didn't work. And they knew. There was, like, this random remote off to the side hidden by, like, some stupid, like, fake plant or something like that, and that was actually what I had to like press, and they treated me like I was an idiot. When I said I pressed the button, they told me to press. Why are they like this? I don't understand. I don't get them. I don't get hospital workers. What's wrong with you people? Okay, I don't want to insult like all hospital workers. You people keep me alive, so yeah, just keep doing you, okay? Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. So when I woke up the second time, I saw my mom on like this little like couch thing or something, and she was asleep. But right beside me, next to a window being illuminated by the moonlight, was a bottle of Dr. Pepper. Okay, look, you gotta know, by this point I went like 20 hours without drinking a single thing, and right beside me was a half-drunken bottle of Dr. Pepper. It was amazing. Now, I would have liked water, but I just don't care. I just did not care at that point. So I got up with like random medical garbage attached to me, and I just drank that thing in like 4 seconds. I was dying, man. I needed something to drink. I was just coughing. My throat was irritated. It sucked. Like it just really sucked. So yeah, eventually my mom wakes up and gets the biggest relief of her life, realizing her kid isn't in a coma, so that was nice for her. And eventually later that day, I get out of the hospital and she gets me a milkshake as a, oh cool, you're not in a coma gift. Please try not to be in a coma anymore. Please, I'm begging you. Wait, actually, you ramble nonstop. No, stop. Be comatose, please. Shut up, I'm begging you. I mean, I love you, son. You're great. Glad to have you back. Okay, well, like 2 days later after she calms down, she decided she wanted to get me a, hey, I'm glad you're not dead gift, and she bought me my most anticipated game that month, Metroid Dread. Yeah, it was a good week or two of being bedridden. I love that. 11 out of 10. Would do again. It was the best experience of my life. I got to play one of my favorite games, and I get a good excuse to be lazy and just lay in bed for a while. It was amazing. I loved it. And all I had to deal with was some moderate shoulder pain, because that just happens after surgery sometimes. And, it was a good trade-off. I got Metroid Dread for getting rid of my appendix, which is the most useless organ. I don't want decorative body parts, I want video games. Anyways, yeah, I have 3 scars now, and whenever people see them, I'm gonna say I got them from a bear attack to sound all cool and stuff. Why are you showing me your stomach? I got these from a bear attack, crazy, right? A bear? Really? Why do the scars look like surgical scars then, huh? A bear, what was a surgeon? A shockingly good one. This looks perfect. Honestly, life without an appendix is great. Way better than when I actually had one. I mean, now I don't have to worry about getting appendicitis anymore. Oh, come on! Anyways, time to celebrate my life by eating a sandwich. Hey, I have to really appreciate what you said back there. I've worked so hard to be the best possible surgeon that I can be. So really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Oh, no problem. Cool. So, can I have that sandwich? Yep, he's a good surgeon, alright.